Washington State Patrol is, as you know, is one of our most visible state agencies out there. Madam Speaker, they interact with the public every day, keeping us safe. They're on our roads, responding to accidents, or responding to a lot of us when we have those times when we do need their assistance. Madam Speaker, one thing I love about being born and raised Washingtonian is that, I love how our state has become more and more diverse. But yet our Washington State Patrol workforce, unfortunately, does not reflect the diversity of the state. When I started doing work looking at the State Patrol's employment makeup a few years ago, I was really disappointed to see that of our commission staff, our sworn troopers, just under 9% of that workforce were women. Just about 3.5% were African American, and about 3% were Latino. And when you look a little bit further into our non-commissioned staff, those folks are in leadership at the State Patrol. Just over 3% were African American, and about 5% were Latino. And I think those numbers demonstrate that, again, while we respect the work that our State Patrol staff does each day in, day out, Madam Speaker, there's just so much more work that we have to do for our state agency out there. Those numbers that I cited just simply do not reflect the diversity of our state, and I think what Washingtonians expect. And so with this piece of legislation here today, Madam Speaker, we're trying to help our State Patrol, again, reflect in its workforce the diversity of our state. We're going to be asking our newly created Office of Equity to provide some oversight for our Washington State Patrol's development and their progress, and how it implements and reports on its diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. We're also going to ask our Office of Equity to work with our Department of Enterprise Services to help our State Patrol agency find an independent expert to also help with that oversight. And for the first time ever for this agency, Madam Speaker, we're going to actually develop benchmarks, benchmark goals on hiring, and where we can track to see how our State Patrol is doing on hiring and create additional performance metrics. And we're going to get those also published externally on their website, so the public can also see how our State Patrol is improving. But and last but not least, Madam Speaker, on this piece of legislation, last year there was a very important report that came out on our State Patrol. It was conducted by Deloitte, and that study I think helped reveal that one of the biggest obstacles that the State Patrol was having in finding and getting people of color as part of our rank and file troopers was their current use at the time of using an internal psychologist, which was the final decision maker on whether or not a potential recruit was able then to be admitted into the ranks. Those findings actually showed that there was a much disparity, especially for people of color, and those on being rejected and not being given an opportunity to become a trooper in our State Patrol system. And with this piece of legislation, we're actually going to allow what the State Patrol has been doing now for the last 6 months or so, which they are now using an outside independent agency or firm, which is very similar to what peer agencies in our state have also been doing. So we're going to be investing in that. So, Madam Speaker, I'm going to be asking you today to vote yes with me on this piece of legislation. It's just time to ensure that our Washington State Patrol workforce reflects the communities that it serves. Thank you.